All right, y'all. So I did my first video. Hopefully you got a chance to watch it. But I felt so good that I wanted to do another one because it's fun. And yeah, it helps me to help you. So let's jump right into it. Also, I wanted to do another video too because the first video I felt like had a lot of feminine energies around it. And so I wanted to do another reading that focused solely on the divine masculine. I'm not sure yet if this channel is going to be dedicated, solely to twin flame readings, divine masculine or the divine feminine, or both. Astrological signs. Right now I'm just flowing with it and doing things as they come to me, so I'm being divinely led, and so I appreciate you flowing with me. But this reading right now is to help balance things out as and get a read on the divine masculine, what he's going through, what he needs to know right now, because he matters. All right, so with that said, I'll invite spirit in. And I did put lotion on my hands this time, so they're nice and moisturized. I've already meditated, and so I'm ready to shuffle the cards a bit more, invite spirit in, and find out what's going on with the divine masculine. And by divine masculine, I mean, I feel like, the divine source energy lives in all of us. We all have the masculine and feminine energies. So I'm not just speaking to, the divine masculine, like your man or your significant other. I'm speaking of just pure energy. So take that how you want, and however it resonates with you. Oh yeah, I am Tiana with Worth a Read. You can read more about me in my bio, in the links below. If you're interested in a personal reading, you can find out about it there. But I'm always irritated when readers take up a whole lot of time, at the beginning of the videos, talking about all this and all that. I prefer to just get into the video, into the reading. If you want to know more, if you want to connect with me, the information is down below. So, where are the divine masculines at right now? Spirit, thank you for coming through. What do divine masculines on this planet need to know right now? What's going on with them? All right, so it looks like divine masculine is trying to get him or herself on solid ground right now. The divine masculine is up to some things. The divine masculine has been, and you know what? So I can avoid saying divine masculine over and over again for all intensive purposes. I'm just going to say he. I hope that pronoun does not offend you, but it's just easier for me to keep my thought processes flowing and to stay in tune with spirit. But this is a seasonal cycle card from the Akashic Tarot deck, and this indicates that right now you're in a time, the divine masculine is in a time of really planting his seeds, really setting down his roots, building a foundation for himself. So, he's hard at work. He's hard at work right now. That's what he's focused on. He may be birthing a lot of things. He may be working hard on, different projects or whatnot, or really focused on his job, and that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because just like when you plant a seed, you expect for it to grow. You expect to reap the harvest of all of the seeds that you're planting. So a lot of energy right now, but the divine are going into his material world right now. But with the karmic trench card coming up, this is saying that the divine masculine is also hopefully doing a lot of work spiritually, doing a lot of work to plant seeds internally, to learn his or her lessons, to right any wrongs, to get clear, and to dig himself out of whatever karmic trench he may find himself in. As you can see, that's exactly what this person is doing, and I think this goes well with the Four of Forces card, which is all about planting seeds. You know, this is telling me that, you know, maybe the divine masculine has really experienced some hardships in his life, and that could be causing him to really doubt himself, to really not feel like he's as powerful as he really is, or maybe not being satisfied with the manifestations that are showing up in his life right now. Maybe they're not showing up quick enough, so that could be putting him back into just, you know, habits of negative thinking, feeling bad about himself, and that's just kind of digging him deeper and deeper and into a hole. And you know, and that kind of thing shows up in many different places. So again, they could be struggling with work, they could be struggling with relationships, but the only way to really dig yourself out of that is to confront those feelings and really be honest with yourself about where you are, who you're being, what you're doing, and not be afraid to like look into that karmic mirror. But the good news is that while, you know, he may be feeling vulnerable at this time, yeah, he may be feeling like, you know, he lost something, he definitely has the power to dig himself out of this hole. Like, just like, you know, autumn, that's when you plant the seeds. Spring always comes around for you to reap those seeds that you've planted. So something may have happened, like I said, but this card, let me turn it up right, the Two of Keys. The Two of Keys symbolizing the treasure is telling me that some work is being done because he's coming out of it. He's not defining himself through this loss. You know, one of my mentors always says, how do you become unstoppable? Well, you just keep getting up. And as you can see, the divine masculine in this card is standing up. You know, he's looking at the mess that's laying on the floor, like his treasure is kind of just spilled all around him, and the closet is open, clothes are strewn everywhere, like he's been through some shit. But you know, he stood up. It looks like maybe he just got off the floor, got down from, you know, just stood up. Maybe he was down on his knees, maybe whatever happened, you know, really threw him for a loop. But he got back up, and Spirit recognizes that, and that's saying that, you know, while he may be down, he's not out. So there's plenty of more opportunity, plenty of more things to be manifested. The universe is sending many more blessings your way at this time. And I'm going to make this a quick read too, because I took so long with the last reading, but for some clarifiers, and I hope that resonates with you so far. But so this is showing me that, you know, divine masculine is headed somewhere right now. He's focused. He's working towards something, and there's some bumps in the road, but you know, he's getting through them. His reactions, his responses may not have always been the best. Maybe some of them were pretty harsh, in fact, but I'm feeling like even that energy is starting to balance itself out and clear. So let's see what actions, what guidance Spirit has for the Divine Masculine to dig himself out of this karmic trench, this situation, this delay, this disappointment, whatever it is. And I just want to shuffle these ones really good. So bear with me while I do that. All right, Spirit, what guidance do you have for the Divine Masculine? What does he need to know to keep moving forward on his path? Okay, I'll take it. Well, you've already hit the rock bottom, so it's nowhere to go but up. Pay attention to the details. This is a time for strategizing, having, and this came up with the Divine Feminine, or with the reading that I did earlier that had a lot of the Divine Feminine energy in it, but really being clear about your intentions, you know, getting to the heart of the matter, looking at the details, you know, keeping that higher perspective, but not being afraid to really dig in and look at things. And then recognizing who you are, recognizing that you are an extension of source energy. That divine spark lives in you. So utilizing that to give you the momentum that you need to keep moving forward. So, you know, the key to all of this is surrender and acceptance. Like when you've hit your lowest point, or what you feel is your lowest point, one of the quickest ways to turn things around is to accept where you are. Accept that the way that you've been doing things, it's just not working. And so you are going to have to turn things around, like get rid of some of those old ways and do things differently. And the only way to do that is to surrender and release your attachment to outcomes. And you know, if you're saying to yourself, well, this is how I always, or this is what this always means, or this is how this is supposed to be, then that's the kind of thinking that you definitely want to move away from. Release those thoughts and start saying, or start questioning, like, how can I have this turn out differently? What can I do differently? How can I think about this differently? And then recognizing that the tiny things, the small things, they do matter. You know, sometimes when we are moving and shaking in the world, we may think something's not a big deal. Oh, like that one small thing is not a big deal. That's not that. But small things add up. Small things add up, and they turn into big things. So don't ignore things. Don't let things pile up. Look at the details of things. Check out the fine print. If you're, you know, engaged in any kind of legal situation or contracts, like this is the time where you really want to read the fine print. You want to know exactly what you're getting into, what you're signing up for in a relationship. You want to know what the rules of engagement are. You know what I mean? You know, I tell everybody, don't have any expectations, but at the same time, there are rules of engagement in any relationship. So, you know, make sure you're clear on the details. Make sure you're clear about what you're bringing, what they're bringing, and what you guys are creating together. This is telling you to add some finesse to things, you know, make your gestures meaningful. Like every action counts. So you need to, you know, pay attention to things. Clarity and transparency, keywords, clarity and transparency. That's Like when you have clarity and transparency in anything, it doesn't matter what it is, you're on the road to, you know, to you having a smooth ride. You know what I mean? And then allowing your intuition, allowing your connection to source to lead you, not being led by your ego self, your shadow self, your lower self, but letting those higher thoughts really lead you and guide you. And when you do that, then you tend to be more optimistic, more hopeful. You have more of a positive outlook. You're focusing on what you want, not what you don't want. You're looking at things to manifest for you in a positive way. And so this is, you know, a time of fruitfulness. Like when this card shows up, this is a time where that creativity that you need to really bring forth whatever it is that, you know, you're believing for, hoping for, wanting, you can do that. And this is the perfect time to do that. Like you're attractive. And, you know, what do they say about a spark? Spark, that's what leads to a flame. So if you're trying to light some shit on fire in your life, you got the spark already. Keep sparking it. All right. Now, I've been feeling like, like based on all of this, I feel like there could be some confusion going on in the hearts and minds of the divine masculine right now. So I want to use this deck here. Where is, nope, just 1 second, guys. Here it is. Let's get clear about your purpose. Let's get clear about what you should be focused on right now in your life, you know? Like, where should you be paying attention? You know, oh, I'll take these two. Okay. Oh, okay. So yeah, that's why that spark card came up, because that's all about creativity. So we have writing, children, and artists. So this is telling me that this is a time where you can heal yourself through your writing. You can heal others through your writing. Maybe you're teaching other people through your writing, entertaining people through your writing. But this is healing for you. And maybe you're doing it for children. That's a part of your purpose right now, but maybe you're healing the inner child in you. So this could be a time where, you know, maybe digging yourself out of this trench, maybe some of the delays and issues and, you know, conflicts that you're facing in your life, in your work, in your relationships is showing up in part because you're still dealing with, you know, things that happened to you when you were a child. And so, you know, writing about that, being in a creative way, you know, writing, painting, speaking, singing, like all of that goes into this. But I'm definitely feeling like this has to do with you, through healing your inner child. You know, you may also be able to heal other children, but with the writing part, I'm feeling like this is you journaling about things that happened to you when you were a child, really going back and revisiting that area of your life and looking at how it relates to things you're going through now. What are those old thought patterns, beliefs, traumas, fears that are showing up for you now because of this? And then eventually, you know, because you are artistic, because you are so creative, that could turn into you doing artistic things to help and heal children. So that's really nice. I think that's dope. Let's see what's going on with the divine masculines in their romantic relationships. I'm gonna pull from the Romance Angels deck, because a lot of the times when we're facing issues, it's showing up in how we treat people and how we interact with people. Like, what does the divine feminine want to say to the divine masculine? We got that. And what does the divine masculine want to say to the feminine? All right. Okay, so we have very soon, finances and career, and pay attention to the red flags. Okay. So this one popped out. So again, like I said earlier, you got to be clear on your intentions right now. Clarity and transparency. And the quicker you can do that, the sooner that all of these things that you're working toward and trying to heal and move past, the sooner that can come about for you. When I asked, what does the divine feminine want to say to the divine masculine, finances and career showed up. So maybe the divine feminine is focusing on her money, her career, trying to get that together before she can unite with the divine masculine. Maybe it's the opposite. Maybe it's both. Maybe she's telling, and again, I use he and she just because, these messages download to me really quickly. So, if I get too wrapped up in my mind about, basically, disclaimer, when I talk about divine masculine, divine feminine, I'm not talking about gender, but because, that's just the way we in the society tend to use it in language. It's just a habit. So I hope you don't take offense to that, but know that it can be male or female. So anyway, maybe what the divine feminine is saying to the divine masculine is, hey, like, do you, like, I see you are working hard to like build your foundation and really, get your shit together. So like, I'm not trying to stand in the way of that. Like everything between us is going to come together very soon. But in the meantime, like, focus on that. We're good, because I recognize that this is an issue in the relationship right now. And again, that could be the divine masculine saying that to the divine feminine as well. But the point is that this is an issue in the relationship, and this is part of why you're finding yourself feeling like you're at rock bottom. Like, what else? But it's really just a time of planting seeds, doing the work to heal yourself. I'm going to put these up there. Doing the work to heal yourself and move forward. And when I asked, what does the divine masculine want the divine feminine to know? Pay attention to the red flags came up. And so I feel like this is the divine masculine telling the divine feminine, hey, there are some things that I've noticed, that I've experienced that, are like red flags for me, and that's giving me some pause. Like, heal that, pay attention to that, let's deal with that. And Or this could also be the divine masculine, like maybe you're trying to really get her attention. Maybe you're, waving to her like, hey, don't forget about me. Like, yes, I'm busy building all of these things over here, but you're a part of that. Like, I'm healing myself, and right now, this isn't the best time for us, but like, I'm still here. I don't know why that just came through. If that resonates for you, you know, take it or leave it. But this, this is the divine masculine saying, don't let your fleeting emotions lead this relationship. Like, stay grounded with me, because, as you can see, there's a lot being worked out right now. And so I need you to be grounded. All right. And for one last card for the divine masculine. So when I pulled the deck out of the box, this card was face up. So I'm going to take it. Angel of Union. So whatever partnership, whatever relationship, whatever community you're part of, like, this is saying that this is blessed. This is a blessed union. Is destined for greatness. If you're single right now, that means, a blessed partnership is coming to you. And if that's not even in your realm right now, like whoever you're rocking with on a day-to-day, I mean, none of us are in this journey alone, right? Whoever you're with, whoever you're around, whoever, who it is, like when I pulled this card and I showed it to you, whoever came up in your mind first, that's who this is referring to. So it could be a merger, a partnership, a relationship, whatever it is, it holds long-term value, and it's divinely blessed and guided. So keep working at it. Don't give up on it. Don't let money be the reason. Don't let your fears or your emotions or your circumstances or your things from the past that have happened to you, don't let that cause you to lose sight of the blessings that are, here for you. All right, well, too many fell out, so I'm not gonna take all of those. Okay, Spirit, what do you have for the divine masculine? What does the divine masculine most need to know as it relates to this reading? Thank you, Spirit. All right. This same card showed up in the other reading that I did earlier regarding the divine masculine and the divine feminine. Abundance is here. Your ships are coming in. Hold on. Be patient. That word has been showing up for me so much this week. I wrote a blog article about the notion of patience earlier this week, and I'll post a link to it below, because I really think that's the message here, like where all of this stuff is coming from. It's like, man, I'm doing the healing work, I'm learning lessons, I'm awakening, like all these things are happening. It hasn't been an easy ride. Where is my abundance? Where is the flow? Like, when am I gonna break through? It's coming, baby. It's manifesting for you. Stay faithful. Stay prayed up, meditated up, blessed up, all that good stuff. That's a beautiful card. That's saying that you are Everything, like you're right where you're supposed to be. Everything is happening for you exactly how it's supposed to happen. Even when you don't understand it, you're always in alignment with this. So it's always flowing to you. So accept it. Open your heart to it. Allow it to flow in. Because it's about to manifest in ways that you can't even imagine. And the message from this card actually says that true abundance manifests when we love and value ourselves as much as we love and value those that are dear to us. So keep your heart and your mind open. Give and receive freely. No ties. No, I did this for you, now you did this for me, or, none of that. Like, accept what the universe is offering to you. And that was so good. I'm going to pull one more. I believe in the power of threes, so a lot of the times I do my readings in that way. All right, Spirit. One parting message for the divine masculine. What did I say? Stay prayed up. Stay meditated up. Ask and you shall receive. Tell the universe what it is that you want. Ask for help and guidance. Listen to your angels. So being open to receive doesn't just mean receiving from others. It also means being open to receive from spirit. And the only way to do that is to meditate and to pray. When you meditate, you're listening for those messages. You're clearing your mind of all the thinking, all the doing, all the strategizing, and you're just listening, and that divine guidance will come through for you. So focus on that. Do that. Right now with Uranus in Taurus, this is all about healing the throat chakra. So that doesn't mean just talking to other people. That means talking to your guides, talking to your angels, and letting them lead you, talking to them, telling them what you need, asking for what you want, and then expecting the answers to come through. It may come through in the form of synchronicities. It may come through in the form of a conversation you engaged in or overheard, a song. It may come through in your writings. It may come through in your writings. So, let your creativity lead you. Let your intuition lead you. And know that you're never alone. You don't have to solve everything on your own. There is support for you. Look at this. Very soon, look at that. Like, they're supporting each other. But you got to get clear on what it is you really want, and you got to do the work of continuing to plant your seeds and dig yourself out of these karmic trenches. I call them traps that we tend to allow ourselves to get in, and it's all in our minds. It's really all in our minds. So with that, I hope you enjoyed this reading. I really did. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you for watching. If you're interested in getting a personal reading, I'll put some links below. If you want to know more about me, you can read about me below. Feel free to drop a comment. Let me know what you think. I'm just starting to do this. I've been doing this for other people for about a year now. And it just brings me a lot of joy and healing and love. So that's why I do it. And I'm just glad that you tuned in. Take care.